fail. Hey guys, what's up? MiataMods here. So, you may have saw it already on my Facebook page that I got some new camera gear. So, no more filming with my phone. I will be filming this video with my GoPro Hero Plus. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of the footage. In this video I'm going to talk about something I already did to the car, and that is the famous foamectomy. What you do is you take some foam out of the seat and then you will sit lower in your car. I am 194 centimeters tall, so I need all the room I can get. The foamectomy gives you a little bit of extra headroom. Let's take the seats out so I can show you the difference. Remove the two 14mm bolts in the front and the two 14mm bolts in the rear. Don't forget to disconnect the wire harness if you have wires running to the seats.
Little.
Now that both seats are out, I can show you the difference, because I only did the foamectomy on the driver's seat. This is the unmodified passenger seat, so let's see how high my head is on this seat. All the way back, head straight. In the unmodified passenger seat, my head is at 101.5 centimeters. Now for the modified driver's seat. All the way back, head straight. In the modified seat, my head is at 98.5, so that's like 3 centimeters lower. That's about more than an inch. Now let me show you guys how to perform a foamectomy. First, flip the seat around so we can access the back of the seat, because we need to remove those sliders. Slide them forward as much as you can so you can access the first two bolts. I'm not really sure if you can see them, but they're here and here. That doesn't work. Need an extension. Slide the sliders all the way up. Excuse me, down. This can be a little bit pain in the ass because it's not under tension anymore. There we go. And then you can remove these two bolts. After you remove all 4 bolts, you can remove the sliders. Place it somewhere in the same way as it came off the seat, so when you reinstall the sliders you know how to mount them correctly. The seat cover is held in place by hog rings. They resemble the material of a coat hanger. To remove them you have 2 options. You can either use a pincher or pliers. And with pliers it's the trick to grab the hog ring like this. Not that one, but this one. And then twist it. And then it will pop loose. Like that. Remove the hog rings at the sides and in the front. You do not need to remove these hog rings in the back. Leave the plastic parts on as well. Now you can flip the seat around. And after that, you can pull the seat cover up. Now the next part is really important. As you noticed, I only loosened the front and the sides of the cover, and I pulled it up a little bit. I see people pulling the cover all the way up, or even disassemble the whole seat. Let me tell you, that is not necessary. What you want to do is look at this. That is the butt pan. And when your butt sits down, this is where your butt will be, in this part of the seat. Now, my first tip is to never take foam from the top. If you keep the top part of the foam intact, your seat cover will stay nice and straight when you're not sitting down. My second tip is to only remove, now watch this, pull it up, and only remove this hump. Let me show you why. So here we have two pieces of foam, and this part used to be in the driver's seat. So what happened was, I tried to remove the hump. And what I mean by that is, you take this part, put a knife there, and then you remove this part. See? And then it's completely straight. And I was really happy with the results. But then I thought, maybe I can go even lower. After that, I can clearly feel the butt pan, and let me tell you, it did not feel comfortable at all. And as you can see, I also kind of destroyed the whole foam, because you can see this metal part, and if you turn the foam around, you can see that there is still a little bit of foam left, but the butt pan sits underneath here like this. So when you sit down with your ass, you will feel the butt pan at the sides here, because you do not have enough support here. So don't be dumb like me and remove too much foam. So position the seat like this, push the foam down, get a sharp knife, and then cut the hump out. And when I say sharp, I really mean sharp, because if the knife is not sharp, cutting into the foam is really hard, and you will not get this part out in one piece. And you really want to get the hump out in one piece, because if you don't like the results, you can just place it back, push it down, and then it's just like nothing happened. I would suggest starting here, because this part you can push all the way down. This part is a little bit more difficult, so pull this down and start cutting here. Now you have to do it in 2 tries, because the knife can't reach all the way down. There we go. So that's 1 try, and then you need to go a little bit deeper. Almost. And there we go. Then use a vacuum cleaner to remove all the bits and pieces of foam. Now it's nice and clean, so you can push the foam back in. Watch the sides here. Okay. And then pull the cover back. Flip the seat around, and then get some zip ties and use them to secure the seat cover back into place. last step is to get the seat sliders and reinstall them on the seats. Yes, this can be a bit difficult. Got some technical difficulties. Pieces. Manual mode. And we're done. See? You don't need to take the cover off or take the whole seat apart. This is just as good, maybe even better. It's certainly easier, and as you can see, the seat is perfectly fine. You can't see anything, but you sit a couple of centimeters or more than an inch lower. So that's the bottom part, and now we're going to do the top part of the seat. Yes, you can also modify the top part. Let me show you. So this part of the seat has some foam in it as well that you can modify. I took this part out, and as you can see, I cut it at an angle. That way you have a little bit more room on top, but you'll still maintain your lumbar support. This way you can sit a little bit further back. That will give you a little bit extra headroom, but also a bit more leg room. Let me show you how you can modify this part of the foam. Turn the seat around because you need to access the back of the seat. So again, you need to remove a couple of hog rings. Now don't go crazy and remove all the hog rings you see here, because you can leave this one and that one in the corners in place, and also these one at the bottom. The only ones you need to remove are these ones that keep this part of the seat cover in place. Now in the beginning of the video I used some pliers to remove the hog rings, but it's not a good idea to use the pliers here because you will rip the leather, so it's better to use the pincer.
Ryan Little.
This will take some force. Make sure that this piece of the seat cover is loose. And now you can push it downward and turn the seat around. And then you can pull this part up that exposes the foam. As you can see, we have some hog rings here that need to be removed as well. Use the same tool to remove them. Then the foam is out. Now we can compare the foam pieces, and as you can see, I start cutting right around here and then go down like that. And that will remove this part of the foam, so you can sit further back in the seat but still maintain the lumbar support. When you start cutting, be aware that you have two metal pieces here that run up this foam piece, and you need to clear those, because if you cut on those pieces you will feel it. So clear the metal pieces when you're cutting that. Alright, so get your sharp knife, hold it like this, and then start cutting the foam really gentle. So this is the result, and I know it looks a little bit haggard, and that is the problem if your knife is not sharp enough. And this knife is pretty sharp, but the sharper the knife, the easier you can cut the foam. And when you place this back into the seat, you won't see anything of this rough area, and it will just look nice. So let's place this piece back into the seat. Place the piece of foam back into the seat cover and secure it in place with some zip ties again. After the foam is secured, fold it back into its normal position. Now we need to turn the seat around to access the back of the seat. The last step is to secure this part of the seat cover to this metal piece using zip ties again. Now to demonstrate the result, you have a little bit more room here, so you can sit a little bit further back in the seat, but as you can see, you still maintain a good lumbar support down here. My last tip is to mark all the pieces of foam with a permanent marker, so you know which foam piece is which. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is how you do a proper foamectomy. And because you sit lower and further back in the seat, you kind of get like a bucket seat feeling, and it will keep you in place when you're swerving through those corners. If you find this video helpful, please give me a thumbs up and let me know what you guys think of the video in the comment section. Social media links are in the video description, and don't forget to subscribe for more MiataMods videos. Bye guys!